Oliver George wants to know, how weird can these intros get? And welcome to ASK MandRproductions, a series where I answer your questions. If you guys do enjoy, leave a like. If you have a question for next week's episode, leave in the comment section below now. I'll be picking out questions for next week's episode soon. I do want to preface this by saying in this video, there will be no Star Wars The Last Jedi spoilers. I have seen the movie. It was really, really good. I've seen it twice already, and I plan to see it at least once more, probably 2 more times, but I'm very happy with how it went, and that's all I want to say about it. If you have Star Wars The Last Jedi related questions, I will answer them next week, and I'll preface the video with a spoiler warning. However, hopefully you've seen the movie by then. I do caution you when reading the comments on this video. Our second question this week comes from Skyloft Guy, and he says, here's an impossible question, but it is possible because I have an answer. He says, what is an actually good Lepin set? Oh yes, I'm going there. This one got 48 likes, so I was like, alright, I have to answer this. And so my answer for this is actually the Lepin Nebulon B frigate, the Lepin Star Wars Nebulon B frigate. I think it is actually originally like a LEGO Ideas set that someone had made. It's like a mock, and then Lepin basically stole it and made it. So it's a good Lepin set, I guess. Like, it actually is something that LEGO's never made. They also have a UCS Venator that LEGO's never made that I thought is really good, and that's like another good Lepin set if you want to put it that way. However, if LEGO made the set, I would love it so much, but Lepin makes those two things that LEGO doesn't, I guess, and those are two things that I really like. Obviously, I'll never really buy them from Lepin. I'd only buy it from LEGO to actually have it, but they're very, very nice models objectively. Like, just if they were built out of LEGO, I would think they were awesome. Put it that way. Next, from Harry's Life, he says, do you think they should make UCS clone sets like the Venator or minifig scale Republic Gunship? I think the Venator is the most realistic one of those. I think the Venator could be like a $350 set and would be really awesome. I think it would be a great addition to any collection. However, I don't know if it would sell well. I think it would sell better than a UCS Republic Gunship, obviously. I think it has a nicer look to it. It's a lot sleeker. I think a lot more people could get on board with that, I guess. However, I think the Gunship would be a lot cooler if they made the ARC Gunship from the Clone Wars. That's what I really want to see, is like a UCS ARC gunship for $200. I would buy that so easily. Oh man, I'd buy 2 of those, honestly. It's such a cool gunship with the, you know, it has like the mouth at the front of it, and it's got the blue markings, and it's just really awesome. And I think a UCS ARC gunship would be the favored one there. However, the UCS Venator would be really nice as well, and I think that's the most realistic one of the 2 options there. However, I don't know if either of those will actually ever happen. Paula Mead says, what other franchises do you like in addition to Star Wars? I really do like Harry Potter. I've watched all the movies, and I like that movie series. And I also like Pirates of the Caribbean. I think Jack Sparrow is a really funny character, and I really like the way they've done that series. So those are the 2 series or franchises that I like outside of Star Wars a lot, at least movie-wise. Like, I like Breaking Bad and Rick and Morty and some other stuff like that, but movie-wise, Harry Potter and Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'm sure there's maybe like 1 or 2 there that I'm also forgetting that are pretty good, but not quite as good as those in my opinion. So those are my like top 3: Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Howard says, what is a set LEGO should not remake? And that answer is pretty simple. It's definitely the Sith Infiltrator. We have had enough of that. I am done with Sith Infiltrator. This is a picture from Jang Bricks of all the versions of the Sith Infiltrator. And you can tell they've had way too many of that set. It's a set that barely appears on screen in the worst Star Wars movie, or arguably the worst Star Wars movie of all time, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And I just feel like LEGO has made that set, 3 too many times. It's been made 4 times. I mean, maybe they should have kept the 3rd one from 2011. That was pretty good, but I think the most recent one was just completely unnecessary, and if they make another one within the next 5 years, I will just be beyond myself. Like, why would they do that? But we'll see what happens. That's just one that I really don't think they should ever remake again, though. The LEGO Guru says, hi Ryan, I think your videos are great. Well, thank you very much. And his question is, what are your tips and tricks for getting the most out of shelving room for your LEGO sets? I'm having trouble fitting all my LEGO Star Wars sets on my bookshelf. Now, the best way to do this is to kind of think spatially, like what fits where. Like, you want to get things as compactly respectfully as possible, especially when you have a lot of sets. When you don't have a lot of sets and you have the space, like spread them out, make them look nice. But when you have to think, when you have a lot, you got to think compactly. If you have some 2x4 bricks, I would say, stack them up, make a little stand for some sets so you can get, a snow speeder on top, snow speeder underneath, snow speeder on top, snow speeder underneath, etc. Like just kind of think it out, make sense of your storage. I don't know your exact situation, exactly what sets you have and everything, but going through my collection here, showing you, you get an idea. You have to come up with creative ways to put things in orders and stacking and everything. So you basically have to, depending on what you have and your space, you got to figure it out yourself. But that's, showing you what I have is the best tip I can give you, I guess. Onan says, are you anywhere in the near future starting any mock? Hoth, perhaps? Yeah, I really still want to do that, and I actually think the table right there is actually in a pretty good spot to do that once I get all those sets cleared off. So maybe over winter break I'll keep this I'll get this mock started. That's my plan. Let's get this mock series started over winter break. I want to do building Hoth and Lego. I know I'll never make the best Hoth mock, obviously, but I think it's somewhere to start, and I think it'll be a fun little experience for me leading up to building Camino week 3 this April. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. Obviously I've been working hard on that, and building Hoth is going to be my next big thing. Titanium Pictures says, if they were to remake the Death Star set again in the future, what new features would you like to see? The first feature I would like to see is the actual paneling on the Death Star. I don't want another Death Star playset remake. I want a Death Star. I want it to have the panels. I want it to either be Death Star 1 or Death Star 2. It doesn't really matter to me, but it just has to have the panels. I don't want the playset. I don't want all the minifigures again. I liked that set, but it doesn't do it for me anymore, and I really like the older version with all the panels, and that's what I really hope. If they were ever to remake the Death Star again, I hope it has panels, and I would pay $400 or $500 for it. So that's where I'm at on that. Lego BDR says, when's the next First Order Army? Probably in about a week, right after Christmas. I'm actually getting some First Order battle packs in the mail any day now, and I'll be making my First Order Army once I get those all built up, I guess. So any day now. I guess within about a week, hopefully I'll have it done. I have a lot of video projects I'm working on and off, and there's a lot going on, but hopefully that's one of them that will get done, because I think that's important with the new Last Jedi movie just coming out, and I've got a bunch of new First Order stuff since the last time I've done one. It's been about a year and a half since my last First Order Army update, and I've gotten a lot of stuff since then, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Jammy Gaming says, do you think there will be a UCS Star Destroyer in 2018? Not really. I have a reliable source, Lego Bob 35, and he's basically says it's not really probably going to happen, and he's told me that of something else that is going to happen, so probably not, unfortunately. I mean, I would be excited if they were to make one, and I'm not going to rule it out. Obviously, it still could possibly happen later in the year. You just never know. Lego could have a nice surprise up their sleeve for us, but it's not something that I'm really going into the year expecting. However, it would be nice, maybe in the future years, maybe 2020, we could see it return. Who knows? It could happen anytime. Party Poopers 97 says, what is your favorite set you got for Christmas? Now, I'll put up a picture. This was like Christmas 2011. So you got like the Millennium Falcon, Mace Windu Starfighter, the Sith Infiltrator, which I talked about not too long ago. You got some clone battle packs in there, and I usually used to get excited about the clone battle packs, but I was thinking about this. I thought this was a pretty damn good question, and I thought about what the set I was most excited to get for Christmas, and this was like Christmas 2008. I was not expecting it all. It was the motorized AT-AT from my grandma. It was like a surprise gift, and she had told me she had got me like a surprise Lego set, and I just had no idea what it was. It was the motorized AT-AT, and I was just so excited about that. So the motorized AT-AT, I still have it on my shelf down there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that was the one that I was most excited when I received. I was very happy about that one, and obviously I still have it on my shelf, so I still like it. So definitely my favorite set I've gotten for Christmas. What's the favorite Lego set you guys have gotten for Christmas? Any like huge surprise that you didn't expect and then got? Let me know in the comments section below. And piggybacking off that, someone wants to know what I want this year for Christmas. Not too much. Basically, like a Kyrie Irving jersey. And the only two Lego sets that I asked for are the Desert Skiff and Luke's Landspeeder. I actually don't have those from last year, so that was a little bit weird that I don't have those. But I don't have them, so I asked for them for Christmas, and hopefully I'll get them. Every other Lego set I buy, so it's not like there's any Lego Star Wars sets on the shelves other than really those that I haven't purchased. And it's weird; those aren't even expensive sets, so I don't even know why I haven't bought them, so I don't have them, so hopefully I'll get them for Christmas. That's the wish for this year. So I mean, other than that, I usually buy all the Lego sets right when they come out, so that's why I usually don't get much Lego for Christmas anymore. Zach says, do you personally think that LEGO sets are getting too expensive? And this is something that I would have said no to maybe a month ago, but very recently I actually picked up a LEGO set that I think is so overpriced, it's pathetic. It's this set right here, the General Grievous Combat Speeder. It's $30 for 157 pieces. Does this look like it's worth $30 for you? No, it doesn't. This isn't a $20 size box, like it's the thin box. $25 max, but definitely not $30. It's just ridiculous to me that this one costs $30, and I think it's a sign of things to come. I think it's not going to get any better from here on out, unfortunately. So I think LEGO is getting too expensive. I think, you know, I would have said maybe a month ago that I think it's a fair price, but this is something that is not a fair price, and it's a real shame that this is $30. This is not anywhere near worth $30. If you included maybe like two clone troopers and 2 battle droids in this, maybe it's worth $30, but there's no way it's worth $30 in its current state. It's just a real shame. Don't buy this. Don't buy this set. It's terrible. It's awful. It's the West of the line, to be honest. It's really bad. So I'll have my review out on this either tonight or tomorrow. When you're watching this video, it'll probably already be out. This question from Lego Foxbricks is really long, but I do want to talk on a couple of things that he has in here. He wants to know what I think of J.J. Abrams returning to direct Episode 9, and I think J.J. Abrams directing Episode 9 is amazing. I'm really happy about that. I think he did a great job with The Force Awakens, despite the story obviously being really close to A New Hope. I think with Episode 9 he's going to do a good job, and you know, I was happy with The Force Awakens regardless, and I was really happy with The Last Jedi, and I think he'll do a good job. Also, apparently Rian Johnson is supposed to be writing his own trilogy for Star Wars, not related to the Skywalker saga, so I have no idea what that could be, but I'm really excited for it. I think Rian Johnson did a great job with Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I think he took a lot of steps in the right direction with the story. I think he took a lot of risks, and I'm very happy with where it is. He also says that in 2018, a lot of people think we're going to be getting a UCS Hogwarts set, and I think that's something I could get behind. I think a large Hogwarts set for maybe $200, $250 would be really cool. I like Harry Potter, as I said earlier in the episode, and I think a Hogwarts set would be awesome. I think I might buy it, actually, if it does happen. I don't usually stray too far from Star Wars, but this might be one that really piques my interest. Alright guys, that is all for this week's Ask MandRproductions. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like on the video. If you have a question that you want me to answer for you next week, leave in the comment section below. I'll be reading through and picking them out soon. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you see more of my future videos. Thank you all for watching. Check out one of these 2 videos on the screen if you haven't seen them yet. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.